Welcome back to this long-distance learning class. I hope you remain calm and maintain a high degree of morale even during this pandemic. Our today's topic is character education. What do we really want to achieve from today's learning? Well, here are the learning goals for today. By the end of the class, students are able to first define what character education is. Second, explain the reasons why character education is important. And third, exemplify how character education is implemented. Well, related to this third goal, you will be expected to share some examples from your unique experiences. Go to the forum discussion and you will post your experiences related to how character education was conducted in your previous education. It's my belief that you will draw connections across various issues and therefore develop critical thinking skills through such an activity. Here comes the definition of character education. It says, character education is an umbrella term. What is it used for? It is used to describe the teaching of children and adults. What are the goals of teaching? They are to help students develop good things in them. What are those good things? They are all values such as being moral, civic, good, mannered, behaved, non-bullying, healthy, critical, successful, traditional, compliant, and socially acceptable. So in sum, character education is intended to make students to be good citizens. What do we need to do to engage in character education? What does character education give? It gives students the necessary tools. What tools? The tools that make them know what is good and what is bad. Character education is also considered as a teaching method. So what does it mean? It means that character education presents how things are done. It informs us what to do to make our students become more ethical and responsible individuals. That's the basic reason why character education is of great value. We really want to ensure that our students become responsible and ethical citizens. Well, at this point, I just want to let you know about what is happening right now. And here we have Zygmunt Bauman, a sociologist from the Great Britain. In Bauman's view, we are now in a liquid state. What is a liquid state here? It is when things go very quickly and widely. Information from anywhere can spread very quickly. Bad things from a remote area will quickly reach anyone on earth. Even each individual, including you, can publish information through your social media, and you can tell many things to the world. The positive thing is, we call it a democratization of knowledge and information. We can produce something meaningful so that others will know what happens. The bad thing is, it is hard for us to get what is truly right. We can see a lot of hoaxes, rumors, bad information, fake news. So, we have a lot of problems here. What was considered taboo or inappropriate in the past now becomes a public viewing. So we are confused about what is good and what is bad. So, in response to this current condition, more and more people believe that we need character education. We want to teach good things to our next generation. So, even in our liquid society, we still need to tell what is good and what is bad to our children. Well, let's move to another level. Let us review the history of philosophical thinking about character education. To tell you the truth, there have been numerous philosophers who have talked about education. But at the moment, let's focus on two major characters who happen to contradict to each other. They do not get along to each other, at least in terms of their own thinking. Thomas Hobbes from England on the left and Jean-Jacques Rousseau on the right. He was from France. They have served very powerful examples of two polarized perspectives with regard to humans and character education. Here we can find this compare and contrast table. First, both of the philosophers held very different views about who the children are. Hobbes believes that children are by nature evil or bad. Children are easily distracted by bad spirits. They are tempted to do bad things. They are dragged to do bad things. In contrast, Rousseau believes the opposite. Children are by nature good, not evil at all. Even children are angelic. And then the second one is drawing on the beliefs of who children are. Here comes the opposite approach. Hobbes believes that children must learn to behave well, and failure to do so will be punished severely. Children must learn to comply with the rules and regulations. In contrast, Rousseau believes the opposite. Rousseau will never punish children. Why? Because children are basically good by nature, and even when children make mistakes, well, it's still okay. Children must remain to be happy all the time. That's according to Jean-Jacques Rousseau. In Rousseau's perspective, mistakes and errors made by children are considered inevitable parts of learning. Well, in your opinion, which one do you intend to believe? Will you follow Hobbes or Rousseau? Will you use hard hands or will you use soft heart? This is the very complicated question. So let's find out the answer for the next part. I would assume that the answer for such a question is this: let's not get trapped in dichotomies. There is a tendency to think black and white, just like in chess. There are only two colors, black and white. It is all dichotomous thinking. Dichotomous thinking is a tendency to think in terms of polar opposites. If it is not black, then it must be white. If it is not good, it must be bad. If it is not beautiful, it must be ugly. Well, to tell you the truth, this is a dangerous way of thinking. If you do not like it, you must dislike it. Take it or leave it. When we hold a dichotomous thinking, there is no space for negotiation. There is no room for discussion, because there is only one single truth. There is no opportunity to develop shared understandings. So with regards to character education, I would prefer to follow Howard Kirschenbaum. He teaches us not to take one of the two opposites. Howard Kirschenbaum is an emeritus professor. It means he has retired from his teaching, but he has the right to hold his professorship. That's the explanation why he holds emeritus here. Back to 1980s, he invented the concept of values clarification, which applies well for character education. And value clarification does not hold dichotomous thinking. It does not follow black or white principle. Instead, it focuses on seeking a better understanding of what really is all about, of what your thinking is, and what you believe to be true, and what you think good to fight for, to struggle for. It is through values clarification that we learn to clarify things. We want to clarify goals, priorities, and values. In this way, we need to ask ourselves about what is good to do, and we do not want to do things because we are merely instructed to do so. We want to do things that we believe to be true and right. This is the basic principle of values clarification as a way to implement character education. So, if you happen to know how the Brito College is implemented, so you will find a lot of examples of values clarification. Some students will be sent to live with those poor families, and then the students will learn to appreciate living under poverty. The students will appreciate any single drops of water that they consume, and also any single piece of rice that they will eat. It is because through joining the people from lower society level, economically speaking, that students will appreciate the values Well, I think it's enough for now. And stay home, stay happy, stay safe certainly. We will discuss further later about the examples of character education in the next video. So thanks a lot for watching and bye bye.